Right now at 6 o'clock, barriers are being built at the ICE processing center in Broadview.
Illinois State Police say they are setting up what they call a First Amendment zone. CBS Skywatch was overhead as State Police and the Cook County Department of Transportation brought in concrete barriers. Officials say they hope the barriers will prevent the violent clashes we've seen at the facility in recent days. And just this weekend, several people were taken into custody, including an attorney who shared his story with our Sabrina Franza.
We're hearing firsthand from someone who was inside the Broadview ICE processing center, a place that's not meant to be a detention center. But in the words of U.S. Border Patrol's Commander-at-Large, Gregory Bovino, is one.
All pedestrians will move outside the road now.
Cell phone video shows a demonstrator's view, face to face with the Commander-at-Large, Gregory Bovino, dispersing the crowd outside of the Broadview ICE processing center.
Not to enforce any law, not for any immigration-related duty of Border Patrol or ICE, the FBI, the ATF, or anybody else. He opened it for political theater. He had his own cameras running.
Robert Held told us he was never one to regularly attend protests until about 2 weeks ago.
I'm outraged at what the administration and several agencies of this administration are doing, not just to immigrants, but to people with lawful status and people that were born here as well.
He continued recording Saturday when agents shouted, asking people to move.
You're impeding. Get off the roadway. You're going to get arrested.
I was backing up and filming what was happening and eventually decided I needed to clear the street. And when I ran off the street, I was chased and arrested by federal authorities.
Held started to run. Soon after, he was down on the ground.
Get up. I can't get up. Get up. I'm 16, man.
Taken out in handcuffs, put into a vehicle, and into ICE custody for, he says, about 8 hours.
I was with eight other protesters.
He says he was given dinner, a phone call, and access to the bathroom. It was harder to tell, he explains, what was happening in a different room nearby.
There was another room that I saw that was jam-packed with immigrants who were jam-packed in a room.
After photographs and fingerprints, he says he left with no notice of any charges.
All I committed was the exercise of free expression under the First Amendment.
Held was back today protesting alongside his daughter and his daughter's boyfriend. We know of at least 5 people who were arrested and charged after Saturday's protests. All but one of those people are facing a federal charge for either resisting, impeding, or assaulting a federal officer. At Broadview, Sabrina Franza, CBS News, Chicago.